So I got a little more done today in painting. I just got finished doing these two pieces, identical pieces. Just did finish. And obviously, oh well, you can't tell, but the cockpit is not done. But I went from this color. I found out that these guys, that Wildcats in the Navy, are painted blue, so I have to repaint them all. I did it before on the underside, and they're obviously not hose scale, but this is what they look like before. Yeah, so I got those two pieces covered. I'm just not as interested, since Piper left, in doing anything of my hobbies. But I also went back and repainted this. The decking just up at this end, as you can tell by that little splotch. Really, honestly, this thing is just, it's fighting me. And I put 4 or 5 coats on this thing, and it just doesn't. Now, I put the wrong color on. That's where you get the blotches. But this end of the deck just does not want to cooperate. And that's what makes things dragged out. So I'm going to put it back up on top shelf. And now I'm going to, and this is the other thing I did today, is I painted the starboard side of the Yorktown. And I'm going to see, there will be a little mistake right here because I didn't add things up, match things up. But let's see about pulling the tape off. Okay, so when the tape gets stubborn, they don't argue with these things. Case in point. There we go. And these are short pieces, so I have to throw them in my little makeshift trash can. So I'm going to do the bottom. But you probably didn't notice unless you rewind. I started up at the outboard side. Here comes this part. Don't know if God and country's going to cooperate with me, but okay. This is going to be the inside. And I'm still using the short pieces, obviously. Hopefully this is the red side of the black line. Oh, it just doesn't like close-ups. I like keeping these long pieces of tape. This is actually the tape that I used on the starboard side. So, well, that's a pretty nasty angle. Looks like it's moving away from you. It's actually coming toward you. Well, it looks like there's maybe getting some cooperation. And I'm going to try and save this little piece for the Kitty Hawk, because I'm going to do the exact same thing with the Kitty Hawk. Okay, let's work on the other side. Here we go. This is where you'll get this another short piece. Oh yeah, that was the front, so I had to angle it down. Now I gotta find the long piece I had to go around the bow here. And I'm probably going to have to. There we are. Now you should be able to really get to see whether or not this thing bleeds or whatever. So far so good, Batman. Famous last words. Oops, crooked lines. May have to redo this. Now, crooked lines got underneath the tape. That's what I get for using secondhand tape, huh? Well, it wrapped right around, so I'm going to put it on the end of my big lamp here. Okay, that end doesn't want to cooperate, of course. No cooperation for Dana. Not allowed in this reality. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just forego the battle and take a look at the starboard side. Yeah, a little crooked, not as professional as the other side. Six minutes 48 seconds already. It's going to be too big, so I'm going to have to email this. But it should match pretty well in the front. To go around the edge. Well, the glare is not allowing it to happen. Well, it does look like I need to do a little touch-up. Oh, no, I left that wide because I'm going to have to putty, learn to putty, to fill in this lousy crack. That runs all the way across the bottom. It's got to be filled in, as you can see right through to my shirt. That's got to be filled in. As you can see right here, the mold that made this one is different. It's not the sister of this one. They put two halves of a different set of molds, so that doesn't help. Yeah. Okay. That's the show for this evening. 7 minutes, 49 seconds. Yay.